Good morning, guys. How are you? Excuse me for my voice. I just wanted to jump on this morning to say happy Saturday. And I want to show you this subdivision that I'm looking at houses. Um, Again, I'll talk to you about some things in a minute. But this is a new subdivision where they're building these new homes. But it's another area over here that I like that are like a little bit of an older home, but they're building like some new homes in between the older homes that were existing. I like that area better, but I am going to take a look at some of these new builds. Um, it's all kind of in the same area, close. Well, the area that I'm in now is a new subdivision, but there's a different area that's not too far that has like nice homes that are not real old, because I don't like old houses, guys, but you can tell that they've been around, a little while. These are new built homes that I'm getting ready to look at now. But it's just that, guys, how many of you know, and I'm going to jump right into this video. I hope you're having an awesome start to your Saturday morning. I hope that you do something just for you. It's a car coming behind me, so give me just a second. I'm motioning this car to go around. So, sorry, I was motioning this car to go around. But yeah, it's some newly built homes. I know you can kind of see behind me. But yeah, I just dropped somebody off at work this morning, so I decided to come over here and just look around. And for me, I like houses that are not so close together. I am from Texas, and so I am from Texas, and so the houses you have a lot more land, and I'm from East Texas, and you have a lot more space in between the houses, and so I don't really like. It gives me an apartment feel to me when the houses are so close together. There's no privacy, so to speak. So, anywho, I'm gonna look at these houses. If I see an open house, I'll stop and I'll go in the house. Matter of fact, I might look for some open houses later and just take you through the inside. This morning it's cold. It's like 34 degrees where I'm at this morning. It is gonna warm up, but this morning it's only 34 degrees. So I'm not gonna get in and out to go through the inside of the houses. I'm just gonna show you the outside. But also, I just wanted to say, guys, how about that decision making can be so challenging, especially when you're a parent, because I'm not just thinking about myself. Since I'm raising my granddaughter, she's very close to her brothers, and her brothers are two. It's Israel 5 now. 2, 4, and 6. And her sister is 13, and her sister lives 2.5 hours away, but she's very close to her siblings. And I just feel like if I move out of town, I don't know if the parents are going to allow the kids to, if they're going to be able to, able to afford to fly in, and for us to see the kids. If I'm going to be the one to have to fly in to come back here to see the kids, like, it's just all of that I have to think of. And then they just built a new middle school last year, just completed it, and it's so nice and new, and it's so cool, and she wants to be able to go there. And I'm just like, I've been probably wanting to move, guys, since my 20s, and I only stayed here because of my mom. I only stayed here because of my mom. She was having a fit about me leaving, who's going to take care of me and things like that. So I stayed and stayed and stayed. But she passed away in 2021. And I'm like, I just want to move and do something for me. And since I've never been to the beach, I've never seen mountains or palm trees except for on TV, I just want to do something. I just want to move somewhere that's near the beach. And I don't know, like, I'm so torn, because I'm always thinking about somebody else. I'm always thinking about others before I think about myself. I stayed because of my mom. now that she's passed away, I just feel like I just kind of want to do something for me, but yet I still have to think about Talia. And I'm just like, how can siblings be close? How can they keep that bond? They're close already now, but how can they keep that bond if they don't see each other that often? And so I have to think about all of that. But like where I live at, it gets really cold. Like it was like sub-zero degrees here like 3 weeks ago. Like literally it was like 0 degrees, and it was showing it negative. It was like got to negative 15 degrees. So I'm just like, I'm so over it. We got ice, we got snow, ice mixed, rain, snow, ice mixed, and it happens like that here a lot, especially in January and February. And so I'm just like, I just want to be somewhere. Like I thought about Wilmington, North Carolina, because they have beaches there. I know the Carolinas do get some cold weather, but not like where I'm at. I've thought about Sedona, Arizona. Somebody told me that it's expensive. I don't know much about it, but I heard that it's really beautiful. And somebody did a vlog, a brand trip there in Sedona, and it looked really, really pretty. So I was thinking about Sedona, but somebody said it's expensive. I thought about Henderson, Nevada. Let me see. I narrowed it down to like 5 places. Of course, I thought about Dallas because I'm originally from East Texas. But I do have family in Dallas, and so I thought about Dallas. I thought about, like North Dallas. So I'm just really just thinking, I think I narrowed it down to like 5 people. And then I said, well, maybe I'll move to Arkansas. Not Pine Bluff or Little Rock, though. I was thinking more like Fayetteville, because that's just 3 hours away, but that don't give me no beaches. I'm just like, I don't know. What do you guys think? What does my community think? Any suggestions? Because I feel like if I move 3 hours away, then at least I'll be able to drive back up to see my grandkids, but then I'll still be away. But moving 3 hours away really don't give me, I think there's a lot of great parks and golf courses and stuff in Arkansas, but it doesn't give me the beach, it doesn't give me the palm trees, it doesn't give me the attractions and things like that I would really want to see that bigger cities and states have. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna turn this camera around. So you can see some of the houses, and then I'll show you the other area later that I was thinking about. And I think I've showed you that other area before. So, but it's just that I like to manifest things. Right now, I am in a position where I'm in between jobs. The company that I was working for, it was such a stressful job. It wasn't paying me what I was making, when I was salaried. I was struggling to pay my past due and my current bills. And so I'm no longer there. I'm not going to give all the details and everything. I know somebody else that I was working with that just resigned yesterday due to the stress. These jobs are stressful, guys. Like the demands that these jobs ask you to meet, it can be a lot, especially when or if you have a lot going on at home as well. I'm not talking about like just normal stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like just some of the stuff is just unbelievable. And when it comes to your mental health, I think that it should be treated just as importantly as your mental and emotional health should be treated just as important as your physical health, because sometimes the mental and the emotional can affect the physical and cause certain sicknesses in the body. So you want to make sure, guys, that it's just as important. Like I believe that there should be mental health days, just like you can have regular sick days where some jobs have where you can call out if you're sick. Well, jobs need to start making it where people can have a mental health day off. A lot of times people are going through so much, both at home and work, that, sometimes I feel like they should have those days as well, where you can call in and say, hey, I'm not I'm stressed to the max. I'm not feeling well. If you have anxiety or something like that, some people have chronic anxiety. The young lady that I was working with, she had panic attacks and things like that. So why can't you call and say, hey, I need a mental health day off? Why don't jobs allow that? With all the things that we see going on in the world, people committing suicide. There was a young lady, I read a story about a young lady that was at Niagara Falls. She had her baby like strapped to her. Like, you know, you have how women have those things that you can put on the body or whatever. You have the baby in it where the baby fits right on your stomach area or whatever, or chest area. Yeah, she had the baby in there, and then she had a 9-year-old, and she jumped off of that waterfall with those kids. And it made me so sad. She was young, guys. She looked to be maybe, the little girl was 9. So she looked to be like in her 20s. Like maybe, yeah, late 20s. And it was so sad to me. I'm like, what was she going through so, in life that caused her to take her life and her children's life? And so I just think jobs need to think about all of that. Like, so I'm saying all that to say, I don't know how I got to that. I'm saying that I'm manifesting. The reason why I came over here, even though I'm in between jobs, I came over here to still dream, still have, I set goals for myself. I've set them New Year's resolutions and goals for myself. And so this is part of my manifesting, that I'm not going to be in this space, in this place very long. I am going to get out of this. God is going to make a way for me. He said that my gifts will make room for me. I am, in the meantime, applying for jobs, as many as I can. I am also, I'm also working on a couple of businesses that I'm trying to get, registered and all that stuff, and trying to apply for some grants and things like that for startups and things like that. And I would like to apply for grants that have working capital so that I can pay my bills and things like that, while I am growing my business. Those are my goals. And yeah, I am going to look at these houses because I want to be able to buy a home. I don't want to have to keep moving. I don't want to keep renting. I've been renting for long enough. I've been renting for years and years and years. When I think about all the money I've wasted renting. So I am manifesting my goals and my dreams, and they shall come true. I have to stand on God's word, and his word says that my gifts will make room for me. And so I'm going to use those gifts to start these 2 businesses. I already have a business that's registered since 2021. I didn't do anything with that business just because I thought of a couple of more ideas that I just like so much better, that I've done a lot more research on, that I believe is not oversaturated. I'm trying to do something that's not overly saturated and overly done, that I feel like would really be a great, would bring passion and joy to my life and to others, and that's really going to provide a service, so to help others. So that is what I'm working on behind the scenes. I know that it's going to manifest. I know I'm going to be able to soft launch it, and then get it launched here soon. I am praying March, April, but I just believe that it's going to come to fruition. I've been working behind the scenes on this for a while. I've ran these ideas by other people that feel like it's fabulous, great ideas. So I'm just really excited about it. I'm going to be even more excited to actually see it come to fruition. And the thing is, doing the marketing and things like that, to just get it put out there. That's the thing, getting the marketing and the branding and things like that, so that I can get myself put out there more and more. And just really excited to see my channel grow. I really would like to see my channel grow the way I've seen others grow who've had their channel a lot longer than me. I believe God called me to YouTube. This is not something that I would be doing, guys. If I wasn't called to it, it's not something that I would be doing, because I am an introvert. I do not like to be the center of attention. Every time that I jump on here, it is truly, it can be difficult for me to get on here. I'm not shy, but I just feel like I'm not a bubbly, like over the top person. I don't know that I'm really a storyteller, but I'm trying to learn how to be one. There's a couple of favorite vloggers that I have. Shout out to A. Wilkie. Shout out to I have so many vlogs that I watch. I love Life with D Who. I know he's an introvert too. But I just don't have this big over the top personality. So sometimes I get concerned about, like, I don't want y'all to get bored. I don't want y'all to get bored. I also want to be myself. I want to be authentic, and I just want people to just accept me for me, because I'm not going to try to be something that I'm not. I'm not going to try to turn cartwheels or just I'm not going to be on here getting drunk. That's not me. And again, this is about my journey of healing and wholeness. This is about my journey of becoming a better me. I've had some tough days. I've had a very tough life. So have a lot of other people, right? But there are different degrees and different levels of what we all go through. And I've really been through a lot. And I've also learned a lot along the way. I've also learned to love myself. I've also learned that knowing your worth is such a game changer. And I've also learned that you need to set boundaries. I've had some people to walk out of my life. And I've learned some things through that, because I'm still going to be me at the end of the day. And those people that walked out of my life, I've learned that there are some things I needed to work on. I'm just such an evaluator of myself, guys. I'm such a accountability person. So as I look back on it, there are some things that I needed to work on, some things that I needed to change. There were some growth opportunities, right? But I just believe that those that are meant to be in your life, those who are the real ones, no matter what phases of life you're in or you go through, they're going to stick around. There were times that I couldn't fully be there for people the way that I would have liked to have been, because of the headspace that I was in, because of the pain that I was in, and because I needed to learn some things. How many people out there know that, like, there are just sometimes some things you haven't been taught. If you didn't see any examples of it in your own family, then you have to learn it from someone else and somewhere else, right? So so I feel like those people that have walked out of my life, it was a learning opportunity for me. It was an opportunity for me to heal from those people, because I love those people, but I couldn't fully be there for them the way that they needed me to be during those particular times in my life. And I don't think that they could understand the space that I was in. I couldn't give what I didn't have. But I am a better person. But I loved them and I cared about them. And none of us are perfect. All of us have things that we need to work on. There's opportunities for growth for all of us. Nobody is exempt. What one person may be exposed to and have been taught in their family, by their family, somebody else may not. And I have been misperceived by some. But that's okay. It's all been a learning opportunity for me. I wish them well. I wish them the best. But I'm good. I'm good. I am good. Whoever has chosen to move on from me, and I am welcoming the new friendships. God has blessed me with a wonderful, wonderful couple of people that have really been my ride or dies. But I still have some healing to do, and I believe that that's the path and journey that I'm on. And I believe that I'm gonna also grow through my business is succeeding. I think that that's really going to give me even more confidence, more, love, because I want to use the gifts that God has given me. And I know that every perfect gift comes from God. And I cannot, do anything of my own, on my own, in my own strength, without Him, without Lord Jesus, and without the help of the Holy Spirit, to be honest with you. Because again, it's jumping into the unknown. It's scary. It's scary for me because I'm of a particular age. I'm over 40. I can't afford for this to be a miss. I can't afford for this to be a fail. I can't. Not at my age. I have somebody that's dependent on me. I really would like a mentor, a business mentor, an entrepreneur, mentor, whatever, but I've reached out to a few people, and I reached out to a company or a group of young men that are well established or whatever here where I live, and I asked them, somebody referred me to them for mentorship, and they told me they do not help startups. I've reached out to somebody else on LinkedIn for mentoring that's well established, very well established, and he's an entrepreneur, and never heard back from him. So, I love it when people that have years of experience, that are successful, are willing to mentor and help others. I'm so big about mentoring. There's many, many things that I have not been taught in my life. And I understand that there are other young people that may not have someone to root for them at home. They may not have someone to encourage or uplift them, to really push them to their potential. And I felt like I was that youth, guys, that didn't have that. And I'm also that grown adult woman that still doesn't have that. So I got to be it for myself. But that's why I think mentoring is so important. It's so important, because not everybody has that at home. Everybody does not have those examples at home. So how can we, who have become successful, mentor and help somebody else get there? Show me how you got to where you got. Show me the steps that I need to take. And if I'm just starting out and I don't even have revenue yet for my business, how can I pay you right now? Why not have contracts where people can sign to say, I'm mentoring you now, I'm helping you with your startup, but once you start, making a certain amount of revenue or whatever, maybe draw up a contract where that person can pay you back for the mentoring once they start making the money, guys. Like, how can somebody pay you if they don't have it, if they're just starting out? There's so many master classes, so many people charging. And I believe that you should pay people. Don't get me wrong. If I had the money, I would so pay. I've seen a lot of great mentors, a lot of people who are doing some great master classes. However, there are people that don't have it. I've been laid off multiple times now. There are people that don't have it, that truly want to do something with their life. So why not do something where a person signs a contract to pay you back once they make the revenue? Once after the mentoring and the continued master classes and things like that, and they get to the point where they can pay you back, what do you call it? An IOU or whatever type of contract you want to call it. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I just wish that we were more about, once we become successful and are on our feet, how we can give back to our community, how we can help people without charging them so much money that they can't afford it, especially for those who just don't have it. So anywho, some people may not agree with this, but this is how I feel based on what I've seen, because I see a lot of master classes, and some of the classes are reasonable. There needs to be different price points as well. There needs to be different forms of payment, and some people have that, don't get me wrong, but I'm somebody that doesn't have a village. I'm somebody that I can't go to somebody else and say, hey, can you give me this, and until I get some revenue going and I pay you back. So I can't pay for a master class right now. So anywho, people have their own feelings. I was just recently sent an email to someone, and I said, I wish that there was a different way that somebody could just do a contract with, a promise to pay or something like that, and let me still attend their master class so I can learn everything I need to learn. Sometimes people have a free master class, and then after that master class ends, and they give a lot during that master class, but after that master class ends, to get the meat and potatoes, you have another 3 days or 5 days of another master class where they're then charging. Like, everybody doesn't have it. If I had it, I would be paying it. But it's gonna come. It's gonna come because I'm determined to be the first generational wealth builder in my family. I'm determined to not allow the circumstances that I'm in right now be long term. I have to turn this thing around. So anywho, I know I got off topic, but it's all, all of what I was just saying is about what I'm about, the journey and path that I'm on. And for those that are new to my channel, I just want you to know all this about me. My entrepreneurship journey has been since 2021. I took an entrepreneurship class in college in 2021. I took a small business class, and I took a finance class. And I registered a business in 2021 that I didn't really do much with. And so I'm on still a path of entrepreneurship, but I have 2 other business ideas that I'm going to do something with, because these are my passions. I want to do something that I'm passionate about, and I don't want to compromise that. That's also going to provide a service to others, help others, and solve a problem in the world today. That's